This is Dr. Marcia-Elizabeth Thompson on day 2 of 30 Days in June, talking about the original instructions in Eastern philosophy for recovering from childhood trauma and addiction. And today I'm going to talk about something that's actually quite radical. And it's the concept of living without fear. We've all talked about it, we've all heard of it. We all believe it's possible. Yeah, you can live fearlessly or live fearlessly. We can certainly do it for moments. I'm sure there have been some time in your life when you went for it and you lived fearlessly and you did it. But what does it mean? What does it feel like? Because that's what this is about. That's what the recovery is about. It's the inner feeling of self. What does it feel like to live without fear? What takes place in your mind when the fear messages are gone? And it's radical to the point of almost being insulting to anyone who's recovering from the devastating and destructive effects of childhood trauma and addiction. If you are in a place where you are living not one day at a time, but it's one breath at a time for you, to have someone suggest that living without fear is possible is on the order of insulting. So by no means do I intend to insult anyone. In fact, my job here is to remind you of who you are, to remind you that living without fear is not only possible, or it's not only this really nice idea that we touch in on every once in a while, but it is the whole point of human incarnation. When we look at the Eastern philosophical texts, meaning Buddhism, Taoism, Hinduism, the Vedic texts that predate all of the others I just named, we come to learn, and you've probably heard this already yourself, that there are two feelings, two emotions in the universe, love and fear. So if we're not in a space of love, then we are in a space of fear. And of course, it's easier said than done to just live in a place of love at all times, but that's the work. And that's where something like your trauma, your personal life story, your addiction story becomes your greatest gift because it's the doorway to your awakening. That's the wildly radical part, but that's also the whole point. More tomorrow.